2nd May 1998. Last week we to finish all this chapter. So in the sense sphere, we already know the 31 planes of existence, and we already know 7 Vijnana Dhatu. So what plane, what Vijnana Dhatu they have? I would like to discuss about that for 5 minutes, okay? To finish all this chapter. So in the sense sphere plane, you know that 11, right? 11. How many elements here, right? Or in the sense sphere, the Kamauchara plane, there are 7 elements. What are 7 elements? Jagu Vijnana Dhatu, Soda Vijnana Dhatu, Gana Vijnana Dhatu, Jinva Vijnana Dhatu, Kaya Vijnana Dhatu, Mano Dhatu, Mano Vijnana Dhatu. These 7 elements are dependent on how many bases? Depending on the 6 bases, right? The 6 bases. We have eye base, ear base, nose base, tongue base, body base, heart base, right? 7 elements are dependent on the 6 bases. For the form sphere, Rupachara, you know that, right? Rupachara 15 plane. This is the except this mindless being, right? So form sphere, in a form sphere, how many elements we have? Because they don't have 4, just 4. Just 4 bits, which 4 elements? What are 4 elements? Jaku Vijnana, Soda Vijnana, Mano Dhatu, Mano Vijnana Dhatu, just 4. These 4 elements are dependent on how many bases? 3 bases. What's 3 bases? Jaku base, right? Soda base and heart base, right? Heart base, the 3 bases, right? For the formless sphere, Arupa plane. How many is the element you have here? Vijnana. They don't have Rupa form, right? So they have only the last one, Mano Vijnana Dhatu, right? They have Mano Vijnana Dhatu. They don't have Jaku, Soda, Gana, Jinva, Kaya. Even Mano Dhatu takes the 5 sense object, right? So there's no object in because you don't have eye, ears, nose, tongue, body. So just Mano Vijnana Dhatu. It's the one single mind, consciousness element, right? Formless spheres, the one single mind, consciousness element, depend on what base? It's not dependent on any base, right? No base, right? No base. And how about the Dharamana? What is the Dharamana? Sandirana 3 and Mahavibhaga 8, right? 11 is the Dharamana do not arise in Arupa plane, formless sphere plane, formless sphere. Why? Because the absence of any door or any function there. They don't have door, eye door, ear door, nose door, tongue door, body door, right? So this the Dharamana. It cannot say no any function right there. So the Dharamana cannot arise in Arupa plane. And aversion here, Dosa Mula Chitta here, right? 2. They cannot arise in Rupa Arupa plane. Why? The aversion has been inhibited by those born in Rupa Arupa. If they have anger, aversion, dosa, they cannot gain jhana. If cannot gain jhana, they cannot be born in Rupa Arupa plane, right? Because the temporally inhibited this aversion. So this aversion dosa mula citta cannot arise in Rupa Arupa plane. And here Sotapanna here, you see that, or Sotapanna Magga, right? Cannot arise in Arupa plane. Why? The first stage of the sainthood, one must hear the word from another. So if you cannot hear the word from another, you don't know the practice, how to practice to gain the Sotapanna. That's why Sotapanna Magga person cannot exist in the Arupa plane. You cannot get enlightenment, the first stage of enlightenment in Arupa plane, because you lack ear base, right? So we have to hear Dhamma, the word from another. So they don't have ear, they cannot get enlightenment, the first stage of enlightenment in Arupa plane. And Hasitu Bada, mind producing here, cannot arise in Arupa plane. Why? Without the body. They don't have mouth. How can you smile? Right? So they cannot smile. They don't have mouth. They don't have body without body. That's why they cannot, this high smile producing consciousness cannot arise in Arupa plane. Right? And also, those persons who are born in Arupa plane have temporarily inhibited the desire for Rupa Vajara jhana. You know, there is the Arupa formless sphere, for they don't have desires to reborn as the Rupa Vajara plane. That's why Rupa Vajara citta cannot arise in Arupa or formless sphere. This is the reason, you know, according to this chart. So let's stop here for today. Thank you. Today, April 11, 1998. Today we're going to study about new chapter. They call Viti Sangha. Viti Sangha. Viti here means way or street, road. It's called Viti in Pali word. It's called Viti. So when you go somewhere, so let us, all of you, when you come here, on the way you come here, you know, you have to pass in orderly. In the same way, this our consciousness thought process, when they arise, is in orderly. This let us, after 5 cents of adverting consciousness rises and ceases, and then idle consciousness rises and ceases, something like that. You know, should be go in orderly. Or is in Pali they call Citta Niyama in Pali word. It should be psychic order. The psychic order. Let's go by psychic order. We cannot jump and let the others' consciousness arises. Should be in orderly. Yeah. K means karma. It's a karma. Karma is the action. And N, K-N is means karma nimitta in Pali word. Called karma sign or sign of karma. And GN is mean gati nimitta in Pali. So you just try to remember in English will be okay. They call destiny sign. Right. And here, sense door thought processes. Thought process means BH Bhavanga, right? Bhavanga, like Konyam. A is means Atida Bhavanga, is a past Bhavanga. Right? C is means in Pali they call, well, you will see here, the bottom, right? Bottom, page number 2, right? Page number 2. See that, right? Page number 2. Bhavanga Charana is the vibrating Bhavanga. U is mean Up Bhavango Vicheda in Pali, the arresting Bhavanga. P is mean Pancha Dwara Vajana, we already know that. 5 standard inverting consciousness. Here, CK here is mean Chakku Vijnana, eye consciousness. For here, for idle thought process, here should be Chakku Vijnana. See that, right? Should be Chakku Vijnana, eye consciousness. Here is the ear dog thought process, with Sota Vijnana. Just substitute here. And ST is mean Sampadicchana, receiving consciousness. ST is mean Sandirana, investigating consciousness. VU is the Vatapana, determining consciousness. Right? J is mean Javana. T is mean registering consciousness. So you have to know that first. And here, see that, right? This is the one thought moment. One thought moment. Here 3, right? This 3. This 3 is mean each thought moment. Each thought moment consists of 3 minor instants. There's 3 minor instants. This 3 minor instant is you just write in English will be okay, right? Arising or genesis. Arising, genesis. When we practice meditation, we do understand this one too, right? Arising or genesis. In Pali, they call upada. And static or development. Static. S-T-A-T-I-C. Static. Or development. Or some they translate as the continuation. Keep continuing. Continuation. In Pali they call titi. And the last one is cessation or dissolution. So, each thought movement consists of 3 minor instances, such as arising or static and cessation, right? Okay. In this these thought processes, we have, according to the thought process, we have 6. 6. This is the process connected with the eye door, right? The eye door, ear door, nose door, tongue door, body door, and mind door, right? According to the door, we have 6 thought process. According to consciousness, This process connected with eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, and mind consciousness. So we have 6 kind of thought processes. We will study it one by one later. Okay. This thought process in scripture, they mention about that. Within a brief duration of flash of frightening, just let us start very fast. Just in the twinkling of our eye, the billions of thought moments may arise and perish. See, when we sit meditation, our minds wander in a whole world, right? So just there's 1 second, just many billions of thought process rise and disappear. And firstly here, we study about here, the page 1 is called the idle process, right? This falling out of the process consciousness. Here I already told you about that since the first chapter. Yes, the mango simile. The same as mango simile. Remember that, very easy for you. So, for idle thought process, here, look at here. You can look at page 1, or you can look at page 2. It's the same, right? Same. So look at the box. And here, at the 5 cent store, at the 5 cent store, we have here. The object is different. We have the very great and great, slight, very slight. Right? It's the greatest presentation of object is very great. It's very great. The thought process runs the 17 thought process run. Right? It's the presentation of object is very great. We call Ati Mahanda. It's page 2, right? Ati Mahanda. Ati means very. Mahanda is great. So Ati Mahanda, very great. This means very great. Means our eyes sensitivity is very good, and the visible object is very clear. And then the thought process runs under 17, under the dharamana. The dharamana here. A visible object, here, bhavanga, right? BH the bhavanga. Bhavanga. It means before thought process arises, it's in front. It's the bhavanga. At the end of thought process also we have bhavanga. So bhavanga is not only when we fall asleep only, even the waking time, this thought process, before this thought process arises, we still have bhavanga. So it's the visible object which has passed 1 instant, just the adida bhavanga, we call the past bhavanga, right? Past bhavanga. Past bhavanga. Yeah. Atita bhavanga. We already have this at the bottom. Bhavanga. Atita bhavanga. Right? Atita bhavanga. Atita means past. Bhavanga. Right? Like conium. Atita bhavanga.
Consciousness pass one moment.
And vibrating bhavanga arises and ceases. And then resting bhavanga here arises and ceases. And then pancha dvara vajana here. 5 sense of adverting consciousness
Arises.
Right? Panchadvara vajana. What is the function? Panchadvara vajana. His function? Apprehending. Right? Panchadvara vajana is function. Apprehending. So, apprehending this Panchadvara vajana, apprehending this object. Yeah, if the idol or thought process, just the visible object, right? Just the apprehending this object. And then after that, subsequently, Chakku Vijnana, that's the eye consciousness,
Arises.
seeing the object. Right, perform its function, sees object, arises and ceases. And then Sambhadicana, receiving consciousness and ceases. After that, Sandirana, investigating consciousness. Arise and investigate this object. After the investigating consciousness ceases, is the Vattabhana, determining the object. It's good or bad, And then Javana. Javana, just arise for 7 times. Just 7 times. Should be 7 times, right? 7 times. Yes, the most 7 times. The most 7 times. This is the following the Javana, the Dharamana, right? The Dharamana, registering consciousness, arise. The Dharamana. After the Dharamana, arise and
Perish.
And then this thought process subside to Bhavanga. Let us the mango simile, there's simile, or one person, sleep at the foot of the fruiting mango tree, and then a mango fall to the ground. When fall to the ground, let us the Atita Bhavanga, past Bhavanga, arise and sister, Dida Bhavanga, when the mango fall to the ground, and then grazing his ear, hear the sound, grazing his ear. That's the look like the vibrating
Bhavanga and resting Bhavanga consciousness.
Grazing his ear. What is it? Something like that. And then Panchadvara vajana, like the awakened by the sound. That person awakened by the sound. Right? And then he opened his eye and looked like Chakku Vijnana. And then he took the fruit, receiving, right? He took the fruit, the mango fruit, that's receiving consciousness. And then investigating consciousness here, Sandirana, is squeezing it. It's good to eat or not? Squeezing it. Right? Test it. And Vattabhana here is married. Smells still good. He knows that smells still good. It's good to eat. Vattabhana. And Javana. Javana is he is the enjoying. He enjoying. Javana. So the Dharamana here looks like he swallow these mangoes together with his saliva. The Dharamana. And then he go to sleep again, just like a Bhavanga. Right? This is the thought process. Here, Jhavana here. For we have many rules here. We have to go slowly. I think we have many rules here. For if this the object, visible object, here how many one we have here? From Adida Bhavanga, past Bhavanga, and there's this second, the Dharamana, 17, right? This 17. This means 17. It means here. When this visible object arise, the duration of this means the duration, or this you have to please note that the duration of the material things consists of 17 thought process. The duration of material things, maybe visible object or sound or smell or taste or touching, that we call material things, consists of 17 such thought moments. This thought moments, 7 thought moments. So here's the mind and matter, right? Mind and matter. Even talk about for meditation, mind and matter, our body, our sound, or our this smell, touching, something like this. This material thing. This the duration of this material thing consists 17 such thought moments. So this means our mind is the first dance matter for 17 times. Made easily. All of you to know that this the rupa, they call rupa or matter or material thing, and this mind. Just the difference of their duration is 17. Our mind and of faster than this the rupa, faster than this the matter, this material thing 17 times. Right? When you see something, just everything is not only our mind. All this mind and matter, a material thing, just arise and disappear, But our mind rise, disappear, faster than material thing 17 times. That's why here, when visible object enter into our eye avenues, it's the visible object, right? This rupa, it's material thing. It's last 17 thought moments. Just rupa is just only one. This material thing also, they have 3 minor instances too. Right? It's not only mind. He has heard of mind, arising or genesis, right? Static and cessation. A rupa material thing also the same. This rising or genesis, static and cessation too. Just come and rising and disappear. Every moment. And here, this visible object is very, clear. Because we call Abhidhamma. This lasts for 17 thought moments. It's not very clear, less than that, So here, if this object, a desirable object, look at it. It's a desirable object here. Bhavanga, we already know Bhavanga. What is the Bhavanga? We have how many Bhavanga we have? 19, right? So we have to remember 19. Bhavanga is the Ubekha Sandirana investing consciousness, accompanied by indifferent here to Maha Vipaka, great resultant consciousness, A, right? And Rubhavajara resultant consciousness 5, Arubhavajara resultant consciousness 4. This 19 kind of consciousness we call Bhavanga, right? Bhavanga, Bhavanga, a stream of Bhavanga, and then Atita Bhavanga, this bhavanga charana, vibrating conscious, vibrating bhavanga, this arrest bhavanga, and from Panchadhara Vijana. Yeah. Panchadhara Vijana, you know that, right? Where's Panchadhara Vijana here? 5 standard outward consciousness. A visible object, right? This consciousness performs its duty as the apprehending function, right? So whatever object or visible object or sound or smell or taste or touching tangible object is the perform its function here, apprehending. And then it's a visible object, it's Chakku Vijnana arise here. Eye consciousness. This icon is a visible object, is a desirable object. What kind of Chakku Vijnana? We have two kind of eye consciousness, right? What kind of? Kusala Vipaka or Akusala Vipaka? Kusala Vipaka. See? Here, Kusala Vipaka. Right? The resultant of this wholesome consciousness. Right? This karma, the result of karma here, right, is visible object. So if Kusala Vipaka here, Sampadicchana here, receiving consciousness also, Kusala Vipaka. We have two, right? The same consciousness. And here Sandirana also, Kusala Vipaka. But we have two Sandirana here. Kusala. Here, investigating consciousness Sandirana accompanied by Somanasa and Ubeka. Which one? It's the very, very desirable object should be Somanasa. Just a normal, average desirable object should be Ubeka. Right? We'll talk later how different here. You know, just average desirable object should be Kusala Vipaka Ubeka. It's a very desirable object, and then should be Somanasa. Here should be Ubeka, right? Ubeka. And what Dhamma here? What Dhamma is meant? Manodwara Vijana. This one, right? Mind or adverting consciousness. Its functions determining, we can call it determining consciousness because its function is determining, right? So determining consciousness, you can call it too. Arise and cease. And then Javana. Javana is the, as I told you before, very hard to explain what is the Javana mean, but we can feel, we can understand, even we can explain by word. Javana is the fully experience the object. It's this object, we say, it's very, beautiful, it's very nice, it's very pretty. You feel, experience, it's fully experience, it's called Javana. 7 Javana arise. The Javana. And then after this Javana here, this Javana, what kind of Javana? How many Javana we have? 55. Javana 55. 55 is easy, 55. Please know it. Javana 55. Right in Bali, Kusala, Akusala, Phala, Kiriya. Very easy, Kusala is mean wholesome consciousness. Akusala is unwholesome consciousness. Phala is mean four, fruit, 4, right? Kiriya, all we have function, we have 20, right? Except standard advertent consciousness and mind or advertent consciousness, functional consciousness, 18, right? So altogether, 55. So easy to remember. Kusala, Akusala, Phala, Kiriya. Kusala, what's mean Kusala? Wholesome consciousness. How many one? 21. Kusala, 21, right? Wholesome consciousness. Akusala, unwholesome consciousness, 12. Phala, fruit, 4.
Consciousness.
4. And Kiriya is mean functional consciousness, 20. But excluding these two, the remaining 18, right? So 18. Altogether, 55. 55. Here we're talking about this jhana, sense sphere jhana. We have the sense sphere jhana and abhidhamma jhana. This thought process is the sense sphere thought process. It's not concerned about, regard about jhana, magga, phala, abhinya, something like that, So that's why here, karma jhana. How many karma jhana here? 29. We already know that sense sphere jhana 29. But that's chapter 3, we already studied about that, right? 29. 29 is very easy, 29. So, if the sense sphere jhana, just look at about among sense sphere consciousness, 54. So, agusala, 12, right? Agusala, 12, and semi-producing consciousness, 1, right? And then, Maha Kusala here, wholesome consciousness 8, function consciousness 8. How many one here? Unwholesome consciousness 12, semi-producing 1, 13, and wholesome consciousness, sense sphere wholesome consciousness 8, and function consciousness 8. 29. This sense sphere jhana. See that, right? 12, semi-producing 1, just 13, right? 13, and this akusala 8, 21. Kiriya 8, 29. This 29 was sense sphere jhana 29. Here, this jhana, what kind of jhana? Here, Kaushali's condition depend on your thought, depend on your wise attention or unwise attention. If you have wise attention, maybe kusala, maybe. If you have unwise attention, maybe akusala, unwholesome consciousness arise. For ordinary willing person, for Arhan and Buddha, they are functional. It's not concerned with us, Yes, so no semi-producing one. Just
we can only have 20.
For normal people, yes, 12 and just 20. See that, right? It's 20 jhana for ordinary, the Buddha jhana, we call Buddha jhana, right? Ordinary, just a willing person. And for Sotapanna, this Didikada, Samyutta cannot arise. See that, right? And for Anagami, no dosa, right? No domanasa, something like that. So jhana, causally is the condition. Maybe this jhana, maybe loba mula citta, maybe dosa mula citta, maybe moha mula citta, or maybe kusala citta. See, every day depend on you. It's not mean it's a visible object should be kusala. It's not like that. So when you see, you go to cinema, you watch the TV, you watch the entertainment. You like this visible object is a desirable object or undesirable object. Desirable object, and then just firstly maybe you think something else, and you see the eternal TV, and then you like the entertainment, and then atita bhavanga. The first you think is atita past. You not think that maybe you write, maybe think about something, and atita past bhavanga, past one thought moment, and then vibrating you bhavanga, and then rest bhavanga, and then you are apprehending panjatara vijana together. You see it. You see it, receiving consciousness, investigating consciousness, and what this is very good, something like that. Or I have to watch this TV, this program is very good. You put away your book, something like that. You don't think anything else, and then you enjoy this. You fully experience the jhana, right? This jhana, you say, oh, I like it, something like that. It's normally it's loba mula citta. You happy with that? Somanasa. If you like it, you're not happy about it, the ubeka. Maybe you see boxing, fighting, something like that, You get angry with someone. Oh, this guy is not supposed to do like this, something like that. You get angry at that moment. Dosa. Maybe you should look at maybe moha. Maybe doubt about that, vichikicha, right? Maybe you think about your mind start wandering. And udacha, restlessness. So, it's the unwise attention. Just think about the sense of sensual pleasure, right? Somanasa. And you think about, this person, we considering about the cause and effect. Because that's someone, is very pretty, very handsome, because of this, very pretty, very handsome, because past life, maybe he, maybe she, did some, a lot of stuff, meritorious deed. That's why she or he is very handsome, very pretty, very rich, very clever. Think about the Dhamma, this wise attention. At that moment, even you watch TV, kusala,
jhanas rise.
Are you happy with them? Somanasa. It's not happy. It's the ubeka. The way you think, the way you watch that one is accompanied with knowledge, jnana sampayutta. Oh yes. No. It's yeah. No. We will change your thought process will change. Some you just stay enjoy the entertainment, and then we the fighting, something like that, and then you change. Maybe you're afraid, scared about it. It's the dosa here. Dosa jhana arise. Oh yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, we can call jhana too. Yeah. So we call experience, fully experience this object, not enjoy, enjoy. That's jhana. So this jhana depends on wise attention or unwise attention. If you have good thought or bad thought, depends on the person. Even the desirable object can become akusala, unwholesome consciousness, jhana can arise. See? So the Dharma, we already know that, right? Or 29 kind of this jhana, one of those will arise. For ordinary person, just 20, right? 20. And after jhana, the dharamana will arise. The dharamana. It's the dharamana here. When they arise, should be two. They cannot arise only one time. If they have time for 17, they will arise two. If they have only one time to arise, they don't arise. Instead of the dharamana, bhavanga will arise. So here, for the Adi Mahanda, very great, is that we have 17. 17 thought moments arise. And then bhavanga. See, the end of the thought process is the bhavanga will arise. And then we take another object. And maybe mind, the thought process will arise. Maybe, this one kind of sense, 5 sense of thought process will arise, depend. Just the mind, as I told you, very fast, millions of thought moments rise and disappear. Here's for example, So, if undesirable object, so here, the stream of the bhavanga, right? And then atida past bhavanga 1, and vibrating bhavanga, rest bhavanga, and here, Panchadara Vijana, right? Panchadara Vijana, apprehending, this consciousness arise, and then, if undesirable object, Chakunya, I consciousness here, should be akusala vipaka. Right? If you see visible object is undesirable visible object, the Chakunya I consciousness should be akusala vipaka, the result of your past unwholesome karma. This I consciousness arises. And then this somebody receiving consciousness also akusala vipaka, right? The sandirana investigating consciousness also akusala vipaka. Vatthapana just remain the same. Vatthapana, right? Mind not ever to consciousness. This is javana. See javana here. Normally, when you see undesirable object, the javana mostly for our age person, dosa javana. Loba mula citta javana cannot arise. Should be dosa. You know, undesirable object. This dosa. Mula citta javana arise javana. Dosa 7 times. And then the dharamana. Right? What's the dharamana? Determining how many one consciousness are called the dharamana. Three, sandirana, investigating consciousness, and mahavipaka, 8. 11th dharamana. One of those will arise. Right? One of those will arise. And later on we will set up the rule. If javana is the somanasa, what kind of the dharamana will arise? If the javana is the dosa, what kind of the dharamana will arise? We will study later as a rule, you know. And it's for undesirable object, right? Even if it's not mean if undesirable object should be dosa javana all the time. Maybe wholesome consciousness can arise too, depend on wise or unwise attention. That is when you sit meditation, you know, we sit meditation, we look after, we call impurity, right? Just start to cough, right? The dead body in front of you, or maybe you think about this dead body. The dead body is the desirable object or undesirable object. Undesirable object. When you have the wise attention, this impurity, she's talking about is the Dhamma, as Dhamma, right? This kind of meditation. This jhana is wholesome consciousness arise at that moment. Right? Even undesirable object, wholesome consciousness arise. When you see someone, you know, very poor on the platform, on the road, they're homeless people, you see that. This undesirable object, by thinking about, because they don't have any generosity in previous life. They don't have a good heart. So they have to be like that. According to their karma, just think about that. Even this the undesirable object, you know, as your object of meditation, that you think about it. Wisely is the wise attention, is the wholesome consciousness will arise. Kusala. Right? But you are not, maybe ubekha or maybe somanasa. And then you think about, I'm very lucky. Because I'm not like them. You know, I have my education, I have my house, my car. You know, I have chance to do meritorious deeds, think about yourself, compare with them, then you feel happy. According to this undesirable object, you feel happy about yourself. At that moment, somanasa, wholesome consciousness arises. Right? So, depend. And mostly, this undesirable object, this dosa arises. Right? And sometimes, you see this object, you doubt about that. Vijikiccha, moha, right? And you look at this visible object, and then your mind just stay, here and there, just wonder, restlessness, distraction, which udacha, right? Udacha, it's moha, jhana arise. So, it depends on the person, depends on the object, especially depend on your thought. Wise tension or unwise tension. Sometimes, for the eye, for your eye, maybe undesirable object, but for your ear, maybe desirable object. Right? Or many examples, you have many examples, maybe some singer, it's not very ugly, right? Very ugly. This undesirable object for your eye. Dear sounds very beautiful, right? For ear, desirable object. Like sunflower, so very beautiful, very pretty, very beautiful. For eye, desirable object. How about your smell? For the nose, undesirable object, right? And something, some object for the eye may be desirable, undesirable object. For the touching, maybe desirable object too. Right? Impurities. This is subject of meditation. We will study chapter 9. This is our object of meditation. Observe on this impurity for what? Mental development. This every moment is wholesome consciousness, right? See? So even you see, as you see, or for a woman, you see the man, very handsome man. Oh, he's very handsome. You like them. You want just the man at your mind, javana, loba mula citta. Right? Even desirable object is loba mula citta arise. So many examples, after start one example, you think about it. We will discuss about the Dhamma, we discuss about it. To allow this, our thought, this process should be jhana, thought process rise. How we have to think. So now we study, even we come across, see or desirable object, undesirable object, think as the Dhamma, as the object of our meditation. Think about the cause and effect, about wholesome, unwholesome, karma, good karma, bad karma. So, should be wholesome jhana will arise. Like the time of the Buddha. The Buddha is a very desirable object for the Buddhists, for most people in those days. But the Buddha still had enemy too. Like that, his first cousin, Devadatta. Do you know that? The story, Devadatta. He tried to kill the Buddha many times. The first cousin. Later on, he get mad with the Buddha. For him, when he see the Buddha, he get angry. Get angry. This the Buddha for him, this undesirable object. see, undesirable object. So understand that, right? Desirable object, undesirable object, and what kind of jhana will arise depend on the object, depend on our thought, and wisely attention, unwisely attention, especially our thought. Our thought is very important. Some people say, when you watch the TV, you wisely attention, you still have chance to make that wholesome consciousness jhana arise. If you don't understand, you don't know about this Dhamma, just lobha, dosa, moha, this unwholesome consciousness, many times. You watch TV 1 hour, so just 1 second, so 1 moment is the billions of thought moments arise in this sphere. It's 1 hour, 3 hours. Think about that, So, here, for 17 thought moments, you know that, right? From where? Atita Bhavanga, from Atita here, and the second Dhāramana, there were 17, right? 17. For us, we call Viti Citta, thought consciousness. How many one we have here? Start from here. This is a Bhavanga. Bhavanga is not thought moment, right? This is not thought moment. From Panchadra Vajana, we call Viti Citta, right? From here, from 4 to 17. How many times? 14. Individually, in different type of consciousness, we have 14. Right? 14. For for the mode or for the kind, how many kind of consciousness? For the kind right here, Panchadvara Vichana is the 1 kind, right? Jaguvinyana is 2 kind, and here Samrichana and 1. This Sanina 1, Uttamana 1, only 5, right? Javana 1, Dhāramana 1, 7. So different type of consciousness or different kind of consciousness, 7. Remember that, 7. For individual indifferent, you have 14. It's not including Bhavanga. We call Viti Citta. Your thought process, right? So, we have 7 mode or 7 kind or 14 different type of consciousness in this thought process. In detail, how many consciousness? In detail, there are 54 type of consciousness. 54, you look at here, 54. Here is the Bhavanga here. Panchadara Vajana, Jaguvinyana, Samrichana, Sandirana, and Siddhavattamana, Javana. Javana is means it's all, right? So, in detail, all sense sphere consciousness 54. So accordingly, right? For the 5 standard, in detail 54. For us, how many one we have for us? For ordinary worldly person, a small project consciousness 1, we cannot have that, right? And functional consciousness 8 minus 9. 45. Opposite. So just 45 type of consciousness can arise for ordinary person. This is for the Adi Mahanda, very great. Go to the great Mahanda. This representation of object is the great, right? It's not very great. This gray here is mean after past Buenga, past a few moments, this visible object is not able to survive until arising of this Dharamana thought moments. Look at your sheet number page 2. Page 2, right? No Dharamana, right? No Dharamana right there. So why no Dharamana? You have to know why. Because the Atida Bhavanga, past Buenga here, how many you want past Buenga? 2. That is that this object is not very great. It's not, just one time, you don't understand. 2 times, right? As someone call you, you're not here right away. Something like that, It's the Bhavanga, the Atida Bhavanga, past Buenga, past 2. When past 2, look at number here, past 2. Until Javana, the last 7 Javana, how many, what number? 16, right? 16. So, 16, if the Dharamana arises here, just only one to complete 17.